Hey everyone, so this is just going to be a quick war video, just that I'm kind of doing on the fly because I'm in reserves for war at the moment, so I thought I'd give you guys an update on where my faction is sitting in war, as well as kind of the teams that I've found to be difficult during war. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope you enjoy this video. This faction has a couple really good defensive teams, so this player Megatron has a very strong defensive team. He is running an S-Class Mercer, a Rov, Dale, Priya, as well as Dr. Stevens. And what makes his defense really good is that it's a turn 1 defense. And I know in one of my last videos, I did touch base on some of the ways to handle turn 1 defenses. So now I'm going to show you with my turn 1 control team. So I got lucky based on what tunes are stunned and what tunes are not. And part of that luck comes from being able to daze Dr. Stevens as well as control the enemy enough that they're not getting AP. So Douglas is a great tune to use in this case because he's able to apply a Guardian Shield for some protection. I like Mr. Jones because he has an active daze ability and then he also applies a high amount of damage. When I go about attacking with Priya, I didn't have to command rush her there, but by doing that, I'm eliminating the opportunity of the opponent's Priya from destroying my team. Now, my attack team is not the fastest team, but the first time I went up against this team, I ended up dying because I couldn't control them to begin with. So sometimes it's better to go a little slower in order to get the win. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of RNG on some of these teams, because you never know who's going to be stunned to begin with and what tunes you're going to be able to use. This is another decent defense that's up. I can't recall if this is also a turn 1 defense, and if not, it's really, really close, because it has the same general setup where they're using Doc, a command tune, Angel, Priya, as well as a Rav. So teams like this can be pretty tricky, especially if you're a free-to-play player, because the amount of control that you need to have is incredibly high. So I opt to go with my normal attack team just because I know that their Xander does not have a stun resist mod. Now, if I wasn't able to stun Xander, I would have had to try and daze Dr. Stevens, which doesn't always work, of course, and it could end up giving him enough AP that he would be able to be command rushed by Xander anyway. Now, as you see, this match can go sideways very fast based on the power of some of these S-Class tunes, and I am not going to get a clean win out of this, but I will achieve a win out of this. I have enough tunes that have control as well as power that I'm kind of able to make up for tunes getting hit and going down. So even when it becomes a 3-on-2, 2-on-3, or any way where I'm at a somewhat disadvantage, so long as I have usually James or Priya, then I'm doing okay because they apply quite a bit of damage that allows me to beat some of the more difficult teams. So this turn 1 control team that I run has a Priya lead. I use Princess. Her active skill Normalize and Taunt is a great way to control the enemy, as well as get rid of those specialist skills. Because she's a 6-star, she needs HP mods in order to survive from tunes being taunted into her. I'm using Mr. Jones. His confounding ability is great. His rush is pretty decent, and his active skill, the daze, is amazing to use if you need to use it. Crit mods, Douglas, Guardian Shield, heals with his rush as well as taunts, and the active skill Confuse gives me a ton of control. Priya is my damage dealer and can be command rushed on turn 2 if I'm running Dale. Dale's just a great command tune. I really like his rush, defense down, his active skill, and he's just a support tune, so the HP mods work well for him. So this type of team, like, there is a lot of stun resist mods on it to ensure that it'll work decently. Like, it's not going to work 100% of the time, of course, but I just need it to work enough. And just to give you an idea of how difficult some of these defensive teams are, you're going to see that they defended quite a few attacks. And to be honest, they defended me once or twice at the beginning, but then I made the change on the fly. And I think that's one of the most important parts of war, is being able to make adjustments to your attack team or knowing when you need a different one. Because there's only so many times you can attack with the same team and expect a different result. You have to make these minor adjustments as you go in order to be successful, in my opinion. I've said this quite a few times, I know online as well as on Discord, that you can't try to fit a square peg through a circle hole or vice versa. It's just not going to work. Sometimes you have to change things and be completely different in order to be successful. Thank you everyone for watching and listening to my video.